Hi, I'm Nick at Tappa Creative, and today I'm going to be answering one of the questions I get asked the most. I want to start programming, where do I start? Now, this is a great question, but it's a little general because there's so many different avenues of code that lean towards different projects and platforms. It's hard where to say to start as far as which languages to choose. So today in this video, I'm going to be emphasizing more of the web development side because that's what I do. I'm going to give you 3 resources that I've used to help me get started, and hopefully they'll help you get started. So let's jump right in. Number 1 on my list is Code.academy. LearnCode.academy is a fantastic resource for getting started. It starts you out at a very basic level, assuming you know nothing, and takes you right to the advanced stages. And it's got a great course-like flow. It's also free. You can get a premium version that gives you, tutoring and live chat and things like that. But the free resource on its own is already fantastic. So that's my number 1 recommendation for when you're wanting to start to learn to program. That's where I go. Second resource that I would recommend is YouTube. Obviously, there's an endless amount of coding tutorials on YouTube that are, range from fantastic to downright useless. So it's hard to figure out what's good and what should I be listening to. So I'm going to recommend the channel LearnCode.academy. This is a fantastic channel. They've got a bunch of different resources and playlists that you can go through that walk you through start to finish on how to do a bunch of different coding projects. So that is where I definitely send people to go. So that's YouTube and the channel LearnCode.academy, fantastic resource that I've used to advance my programming skills. The third resource that I'm going to recommend is Pluralsight. Now, it is a paid subscription, but it is definitely worth the money in my opinion, and I've definitely found it useful. You can get a 30-day trial just to test out to see whether you find it useful or not, but it is paid subscription after that. It is a great resource, and there is a pile of tutorials, fantastic tutorials on very educated people doing the teaching, and they walk you through all the modules, all the steps from start to finish on a huge range of technologies and programming tutorials. So Pluralsight is my third recommendation, fantastic resource, and it has definitely pushed me and my skills farther along, so that would be my recommendation. So just to go over everything that I mentioned in this video, the 3 resources that I would recommend are Code.academy.com, YouTube, the channel LearnCode.academy, and Pluralsight. They're fantastic resources, and it's how I got my started and hopefully help you get started. So I'm going to give you 3 tips on things to watch out for and things to do when you're finding your own resources. So the first one being check the date. Check the date of the tutorial to see when it was posted or created, because in our industry it's ever changing, new things are coming out all the time, so something that was posted a year, 2 years ago is already going to be out of date with how to do things better. Now, I'm not saying all tutorials that are dated back a ways are useless, but you're going to want to watch out for that because they could be irrelevant. You might be running into errors and incompatibility things. So you're definitely going to want to watch for the date of the tutorial. The second tip that I have on learning code and finding resources on tutorials is do a couple of tutorials. Often we all have different ways of writing the same thing, but it'll help you get more of a rounded view of the subject of what you're learning. A couple people's different perspective will really help you understand what you're doing, because there are a million and one ways to do the same thing in the programming world. So finding what works best and finding out what works best for you is definitely going to be helped along by doing a couple tutorials on the same subject. And my third tip is just keep coding. This is the ultimate tip that I can give, and it's the one that I have found most useful to me, is just keep trying, keep programming, keep going. You're going to get times when you get really frustrated and you think there isn't a way, you're going to be spending days going through tutorials and articles on the internet trying to figure out this problem. And I guarantee you, you're gonna find an answer and you're gonna remember that solution for the years to come. So that's my third tip, is just keep coding, just keep trying, keep learning new things. And I wish you guys all the best. Feel free to leave comments below if you got any suggestions on other great resources. I would love to hear about them, and I'd love to hear from you guys. I'll see you guys next time.